Okay. Your life purpose is your priority. So I've been going through life and I've been thinking a lot, okay, fam? I've been thinking and I've been feeling and I've been experiencing a good amount. And I wanted to take a moment to share with you some of the insight that I've gained when it comes to purpose in life. Okay. So, in one sense, our purpose is to be. And we already know what to be. We are a human being. But humans seem to think a lot and make things harder for themselves. And so, for me personally, it was hard to figure out what my purpose was. And even when I found my why, it sounded silly, honestly. Yesterday, I was sharing with my partner my why. And my why is I want to be the world's greatest healer. And it sounds silly and it sounds vague and they kept on saying no, be more specific. And I was like, that's it. I've created, and everything I create is this idea that it will help heal someone in some way. And then when I realized that it's more than just people, but it's like the whole earth is in a lot of pain, these things need to be taking account of the natural resources, the abundance of earth, the wildlife, the life that does not speak to us, that does not have billboards, that is not loud, and that they need healing because they are a part of us and we are a part of them because we are all here on earth right now. And God gave man dominion over the earth. He made man to till the dirt, like the soil, to tend to the garden. That is man's purpose, to care for the earth, to cultivate it, to name the animals, to take account of the life here. And to be honest, I feel like there are many ways that can manifest in human being purpose, in the things that we find joy in doing. So one thing, as I was researching a little bit more about what does it really mean to find your purpose, I listened to a couple TED Talks, and there was this overarching theme that it is not about you. It is about those that you serve. And the more you focus on those that you serve, and you are not pretty much creating your own agenda, the more joy you will find. The easier it will be for you to truly serve and fulfill that purpose. Because there's this funny thing, when it's just us in our heads, we have to be the decision maker. And I'll give an example. I went to school for human-computer interaction design, and we learned how to identify problems through different research methods within the human population, and then brainstorm and identify solutions that, could potentially help solve that problem. And one thing I remember my professor would say a lot is that you should never go into a project knowing what the solution is going to be. Because then you'll start asking questions to people to validate your solution without actually understanding and listening to the problem in the first place. Now, on a spiritual level, I think a lot of us do this. We try to heal parts of ourselves without really hearing them out, without listening and understanding and acknowledging them. And you cannot heal something or someone, you cannot resolve something without letting it play out, for letting it actually be released into that expression and for that expression to be acknowledged. So what is purpose? What is your purpose? If you intuitively know and it's been revealed to you, then feel free to share in the comments below. I did go and create a little short earlier today. I thought it would be quite fun. And I created this short just to talk about, you're the only person that can discover your purpose. And somebody said, oh my goodness, they pretty much said that I should not be encouraging or enabling people to to find their purpose. What if they don't have a purpose, was kind of the comment. I found it a rather odd comment, but in that soul, perhaps the purposelessness is their purpose. So that sense of feeling useless or purposeless or unproductive, I think that's tied very deeply with the process of uncovering your purpose, understanding your mission here on earth. And some people don't really like the word mission, but I think growing up, I learned about socializing and interacting with people during like puberty years in a militaristic setting where the chain of command was brought forth and military customs and courtesies were followed. So when I say soul mission, I do think of the reason why we the souls that we are deployed here on earth for the first place. And that is because there is a lot of pain. There's a lot of beings that are so overwhelmed by that pain that they refuse to listen to it and they block it out. And so that pain has a purpose. When you hurt yourself, it is painful because it wants you to know that you hurt yourself. And the severity of pain is the severity of hurt that you have experienced. That is the pain's purpose. And a lot of the times we are afraid of it. So we try to block it out. We don't listen to the message that it's trying to share with us because we're afraid of that pain. And because of that fear, we subconsciously are driven towards it. So we are afraid of that pain. We don't listen to it. It causes more pain because we didn't listen to it. So it becomes louder and amplified. I think quite similarly, when we are looking for purpose, sometimes we try to look for it outside of ourselves. We try to, sound the alarms. It has to be something intense. Sometimes we don't realize that that person that's struggling, that God is presenting us with in this experience is part of our purpose. It's there for us to learn how to serve. And I'm still learning. What my purpose is. Really, I have this vague idea, but I'm not really sure what that looks like. And I'm actually quite thankful for that, because it allows me to explore. It allows me to wander. It allows me to be curious and to, fail in a way where I feel so free. And I'm able to get up and learn something that better equips me for pursuing that purpose. And so I really want you to know in this video, Good Viber, that if you're kind of struggling with your life purpose, maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't, maybe you just feel purposeless, what's the point of this all? That you take time to explore the pains in your own experience, as those are the biggest guides to reveal to you what it is you are here to do and how you can best serve. I think it's a very beautiful thing. I feel very blessed. Yesterday, we closed the third eye module in the light resonance portal. And it's really interesting to see the progression of the souls as we are integrating with more light. We all are collectively. And bringing that up in conversation. And sometimes just the conversations that come through. I'm amazed. I'm hearing people's galactic origins and the journey their soul has gone through. And quite notably, a lot of the times they will talk about the most traumatic, deepest, hardest part of the journey. Sometimes it's harder to be expressed in words, in feelings, because it is hard. But when they share it, it brings so much more light to the soul that they are, that you endured through that pain and came through on the other side stronger. I have been learning so much through the failures I could say life has given me. The painful parts that have caused me to break down and to be built back up, to have better boundaries, to feel more steadfast in the soul that I am, connected to God, the source of life. And one day I realized that I can talk to God. I mean, we all can. And I realized it's quite easy to channel the Creator because we're innately connected, and that is open. And so I asked God, what is my purpose? And the answer guides are asking if I would like to share not just what my purpose is, but to share a little bit about purpose of the human being. Yes. Thank you. So, the human being is the essence of God with the abilities to experience the beauty the world has. Purpose is planted like a seed in the center of our being, and it grows. All of the instructions, all of the information unravels perfectly. And as the purpose unfolds, clarity of the reason why we are here is brought manifest. It is very clear. How does it feel to be full of purpose, to be aligned with your purpose? It feels good. It feels right. It feels like you can take a good rest because you have done your best. When you are afraid that you will not fulfill your purpose, there is this deep knowing within you that with every cell of your body, it is screaming, it is crying, it is pulling. Every matter in your soul is pushing towards this purpose. And so it is simply a matter of letting go of the ego, of the aspect of self that feels higher than the reason it is created. To be fulfilling your life's mission, your purpose, is to be fruitful. It is to be producing the energy, the essence, to be serving in a way that produces more abundance in life. Through fulfilling your purpose, you fit into the piece of the puzzle and make it easier for those around you to know where they fit in, where they belong, where they can feel supported. When you are fully in your purpose, your presence changes. The beings that surround you look at you differently. The respect that you feel, it grows. Not just for those that look onto you, respecting that you are in your purpose, that you are creating, that you are living and breathing and producing from this sense of space and life. But there's also inner respect. A respect for all that you have gone through, the troubles, the turmoils, the traumas of life that you did not know why. And it becomes very clear. And so the honor and respect that you feel for your life increases. And all matter around you has no choice but to increase its respect for you. And so the whole earth yields itself to you because it wants you to pursue your purpose. It wants you to fulfill it because your purpose is tied with its purpose. And so many others. Thank you. So, thank you. Yeah, that was the essence of pursuing your passions and prioritizing your purpose. Passions may be fleeting, and they all give you usually a tool. A passion, I connect to a skill, a set of doing, and being in love with the act of doing. And so sometimes passions can take you astray from your purpose. They can be distractions if you're not careful, because the power of the emotions that a passion has. But they go in line. Some of us go astray, and we receive the tool that we need in order to unlock the seed's germination so it can grow. It might be something as simple as you who had enjoyed creating sidewalk art with chalk, and your purpose is somehow tied perhaps to the sidewalks, safety for people to travel on foot. And you are able to do it in the most beautiful way because of the skills, because of the things that you have explored. And when they are combined, they create this beautiful thing that only your mind could create. So it's a beautiful, beautiful blessing, my friend. I feel very, very thankful. I feel very thankful to be here now with you. I feel very thankful for uncovering that purpose and, exploring those passions, prioritizing, being productive within the sense of knowing what my purpose is. It's still vague, and what has helped me very much, and I'll share a short story before I close about Eco Chamber. Eco Chamber is my newest baby business, and it's about growing community gardens. And for about 2 years, I've been going around in circles. I've received seed funding. I've been invited to a very exclusive school for founders in San Francisco, where I was trained to really think as a founder, connecting with investors, iterations, really thinking about the whole life cycle, and it was really interesting how it, through that all, I was struggling because I was focusing so much on the creation. I was focusing so much on, what does this do? How does it make money? And I was putting the problem that the people I wanted to help serve second. And that's just not how you will find success. I didn't find any success. I found a very, very feeble, a little bit of success. But for the amount of effort and energy, it just wasn't right. So now the approach I've been called to do is more observations, focus groups, surveys, asking people what's going on. What's not working? What are your goals? What are you striving for? What do you have? Why is this important to you? What has been getting in the way? And it's been helping so much with the blueprint becomes clear. And I've been really allowing myself to stay silent when I am listening, when I'm facilitating. I am not there to put in my opinions or to influence their decisions on the solution. Clearing any expectations I have of what a solution, of what the service is, and just focusing on what exactly is the problem here. What is the pain? Because humans are healers. We are master cultivators. We were made to make things that make life easier, that bring harmony to the earth. And with all of the pain, many humans shut down. It's so overwhelming. But allowing yourself to feel it, as hard as it may be, listening, the solution becomes so clear. And so by simply listening to the souls that, were invited into the space to share their problems, the struggles of the gardens, they were also, and just asking the right questions that do not require me to butt in or to explain or to lead them. No leading questions. A leading question is when I already have an idea of what answer I want. So I ask a question to get that answer. This could be like I share, business model. I say, do you think this is useful? That's a leading question. 9 out of 10 times, they're going to find something useful. But that doesn't mean it's solving their problem. So the importance of listening when it comes to healing and just really ideally just finding your purpose, finding the purpose of really anything, listening, you will find the problem. And then that if you are presented with a problem, your purpose is to create a solution. But you need to have a clear understanding of the problem. So listen and never think that you know best. Obviously, you don't need to let everybody know, but you should always take a seat back in your own mind with, I know what to do. We're going to do this. And listen. Clear that chatter and listen. And hear the cries. And in between the cries, when they're, taking a breath in, what are they saying? What are they wishing? What is going on? Because that is where the essence of when you listen and understand, and when you call out that demon, that speck of darkness that hasn't been acknowledged, that's when it catapults itself and just becomes a light, and it becomes such a potent potential. So before I go off, this is it. Your purpose is within you, and it's important for you to listen. Listen to the pain. It does not mean that you are to succumb to the narratives or, enable it, but simply observing and listening and honoring that yes, this is an aspect of the human experience, the pain and the suffering, and your purpose is inherently connected to that. It helps a lot. It helps a lot with getting over the fear of making mistakes, a fear of failure, a fear of getting hurt, because you're connected to this almighty creator that can heal any wounds that you have. And so I pray that God be with you, and any healing that is needed now, it be given abundantly and in balance. Thank you. God bless. If you like this video, feel free to press the thumbs up. If you want to learn more about, your soul's passion and purpose, check out the Light Resonance portal. I think there's some good stuff there. And I will see you in the next video. God bless. Namaste.